Hey guys, and welcome to another Factorio mod spotlight. I'm Exterminator, and thank you so much for joining me for another one of these. It's been quite a while, I think a couple months now, and I apologize for there not being any. I honestly kind of just ran out of things to find to spotlight. There of course were things, but I don't want to spotlight something that I'm not really interested in. To a degree, just because I won't be able to give as good a quality of video, and I've done so many already. But anyway, let's get into this spotlight. So what we're spotlighting today is the Janky quality mod. Now this ties in directly to the quality feature that is coming in 2.0, and this also ties into a playthrough I'm doing, a 2.0 simulation with Colonel Will. But generally, I think it's just a good mod to spotlight anyway, even if I weren't doing a playthrough or anything, because I think it can add a lot of fun to the game, as I think the same thing for the quality feature coming in 2.0. There are, of course, people, it's a pretty divided opinion on how people feel about this, but I really, really am loving playing with this. I think it adds just a really great new aspect to the game, and I do really recommend it. So, if you don't know about 2.0 or if you don't know about quality, I'm going to just give a very brief overview of what it is. So, coming in the update expansion 2.0 later this year, the developers are making, basically there's a huge new feature called quality, and what this does is this allows you to get put in special models to machines, which will then give you a percent chance to get a higher quality, basically a higher level version of the item. And I'll show you some examples here, right? And then those things can be turned into higher level like finished products and entities, and the finished things, so like buildings, inserters, etc., have much better stats essentially. So if we go into here, we'll just go into a creative chest so we can look at all the recipes. There's a ton, right? So basically all the intermediates don't do anything on their own. Like these can be turned into a matching quality, so like an epic or purple level gear, and then that can be turned into something purple level. But where you really see it shine is with the actual machine. So if you look here, a normal electric furnace is a craft speed of 2, but a uncommon next level up is 2.6. Next one up is 3.2, and as you get up, like the base craft speed of a legendary electric furnace is literally 2.5 times the speed of the base one, right? And this applies to basically everything. Reactors are better, miners are better, assemblers are better, inserters swing faster, and all of these numbers are not just arbitrary made up. These are pulled from the wiki, which is updated by the official Factorio team and people who work with them, and then also from the Friday Facts, where they provided some numbers, but there are actually a lot of numbers on the wiki. So this is not just random stuff. This is official information. Of course, maybe the devs decide to change it, but aside from that, this is what it will actually be, right? And it even works with modules, so in beacons, right? So if you look at like a legendary tier 3 speed module, it adds 125% speed, whereas the normal one adds 50%. So that's just kind of a base overview of what this does. It allows you to just build a lot differently, build bigger, and the process to get it is really interesting. So how do you get it? Well, you can research it. So, of course, we don't know what the research cost will be in the actual game in 2.0, but if we just look, what it is in the mod is basically purple, red, green, blue, purple for the last quality, red, green, blue for this one, and the base one you can actually get with red and green. And there's also 2 more machines that come with it, which I'll explain shortly. But essentially, what you do is you take these quality modules and you put them in machines making products to then have a percent chance to get higher. Now, there are a few quirks with the mod just due to mod limits and what you can and can't do compared to what the devs could do. So one of them is putting them in. Basically, you have to make a choice. You either have to do complete all modules in the machine are quality, or you can just do half and half. So half the modules are quality and half the modules are productivity or efficiency. You can't speed these, and I believe that's how it's going to be in the 2.0 update anyways. But you can't mix and match completely. Like you can't do like a quality, 1 efficiency, and 2 prods or something, just due to the limits. So putting these in is actually pretty simple, especially if you want to just do all quality. You can drag left click over machines to put all of them in. You can right click over and drag over machines to take out all of them, or you can drag shift plus left click to insert the minimal amount. So if I just drag left click, no other buttons, boom, they're in there, easy peasy. Drag right click, take them out, right? Now it is kind of weird again because like essentially it takes up the model slots and then they disappear. it's obviously being affected, but you can't just like pull them out manually. So that's why it's a little janky. And then also the last one is shift left click drag. You can see it's a purple box, is that puts in half, basically minimal. So if I did that on this, it actually, I don't think it actually works on this because it's only 2 module slots. I don't think you can do, I think the minimum is 2. So you can't really mix and match on like furnaces, but anything that can take 4 modules. So I could do this, and then I could do, you know, I don't know, productivity. And you could put these in manually if you want, or just click or, you know, drag over it like normal. But you put those in, and then you can see these different things appear on the right, and these are the percent chances of the different qualities you could get. So you could get, you have a 90% chance to just get a normal circuit. You have a 8.9% chance to get a like green dot or uncommon circuit, and then the blue rare one you have 0.89, and then 0.089 for the purple or epic, and then legendary is 0.0099% chance, right? So that's how that works. Now all you have to do is just put in the ingredients for this, and it will start making the stuff. Now again, you have to put in the matching quality things for that recipe. So like I can't put these green dot ones in to make just a normal one. It doesn't work that way, and it won't work that way. But you can just stick these in your normal machines, and you'll start getting stuff over time. That's actually quicker for the lower level stuff than you think. So if I put in some wire and plate, you can see some of these will start getting some different quality ones here. Now obviously this is not cooperating great, and not giving me more right now, but we'll just let that run for a little bit, and you can see there we just got an uncommon one, right? And then you can do it with smelting and whatnot. Now you can take this to the next level, and you can then make, so you can either get them this way, or if you put the quality in like your furnaces or even your smelting, and then get the higher quality of like the more base ingredients, you can then make the higher quality next level things with those directly. So like I could make the green dot circuits directly. I would just need green dot plates and green dot copper cable, or uncommon, whatever you want to call it, right? So if I put these in, the nice thing is that you're never going to get lower than this. Like the green dot is the lowest you can get since you're starting with that, and then you know, you can obviously continue to go up from there if I were to put quality in this. So there's 2 quality in there right now. You know, if I were to put, yeah, I actually have to take these out to be able to put more of these in. But if I put these in here, we could start getting, we can see we just got a rare circuit, and then you can take the rare circuit and make something rare that requires circuits, and so on. So it takes a little to get used to, but you can do that, and then it really starts paying off. Like once you start getting, you know, these higher level inserters and stuff, so like this rotation speed is 1123 a second opposed to 864, which is pretty significant, and that's just one level up, and so on. So you can't handcraft these. They do have to be in machines, obviously, because they take modules, and that's how it will be as well. Last 2 things to look at here is the recycler, which is also coming in 2.0, and it has the same percent, so you basically can stick something in and you get 25% of the intermediates or the ingredients for it back. So this is a feature too, if you want to do this, that you can use. It's pretty straightforward, just getting 25% of the stuff back that went into this. And then lastly is the deleveler, and this is for pretty much specifically science. So science is going to work interesting. In 2.0, you're going to have all the same level quality sciences, so just normal, and you're going to have the uncommon through legendary sciences, and each pack of like each level of quality is going to make the science pack worth like an additional one, basically. So to explain that a little better, basically if we look at science here, this one you can see remaining 2, remaining 3, remaining 4, remaining 5, and or this one's actually 6, and then this one is just normal. So if you put a normal pack in, it just works like normal. But if you were to put a uncommon green dot one in, basically this one pack will last 2 research cycles rather than the 1. And this will last 3, 4, and 6. So it's super powerful. However, due to modding limitations and just the base game limitations, labs currently cannot take multiple types of the same exact science pack. So you can't have like 3 different levels of red science in there, and it just won't work. So what we have to do is use this D-leveler, and we can put the higher level or the higher quality science packs into it, and then it will just spit out the equivalent of that. So like if I put some of these in here, right, it will basically, for every one of these, it gives me 3 normal ones, which you can then use. So you're still getting the same value, but you just have to run it through this first. And you can see like we're doing it with our satellites down here, where we could stick in, if we get a higher quality satellite, we can stick it in, get a higher quality science packs out for space science, and then run them through the D-levelers. You can see some actually just went through there, and then it will spit out the equivalent of the normal, right? So that's just a caveat with that. Lastly is the settings. They're pretty straightforward. I don't think I'm going to look at all of them, but basically you can enable unofficial quality bonuses, which are just ones not indicated. This is just mere guesses. And then this one is a depreciated setting. Basically, you can move the quality overlay position if you want to do that. And then you can add extra item qualities bonuses if you'd like. Efficiency of recycling machines, it's 0.25, but you could change it if you want. De-leveling items to multiple normals. So this basically means you can turn this on for non-science things, but it will just make those things bump down a level. Really, I don't think this would be needed. I don't think this is going to even be a feature in 2.0. And then just some other settings here you can disable by quality for items specifically, subgroups, or whole groups. And that's basically it. So I know this was a lot to digest, but it is a really fun feature in mod. I am super excited for this coming in 2.0, and I know some folks aren't super excited or don't want it because it's kind of RNG, you know, it's a probability thing. But I'm really excited, and honestly, it really does change the way you play the game, and I'm loving it. So I do recommend it. I do recommend giving it a try. Even if you don't know about 2.0 or don't know about this coming, it does add something new to the game, which is really fun. One last caveat I just remembered to cover is due to how this works, and again, modding limitations with this working essentially with probabilities and such, is there is a chance that sometimes you actually get nothing back. It just eats it, which is unfortunate. I've not really experienced it or not noticed it, so it's not to a scale where it's like, oh, you know, like, oh, this is a huge problem. I'm noticing this all the time. No, I haven't really even noticed it, but it does happen. So that's just a thing. If you're like maybe gambling for like a higher level armor or something and it eats it, that's what happened. It's a known thing. I don't think it can be fixed, unfortunately. And that's just a thing to note. But there will be, as always, a link in the description to the Mar Portal page where you can download this and check it out. There's some more info. And if you have any questions or thoughts, leave them below. I have played with this a fair bit and such, and I hopefully can answer any further questions you have. But I do really recommend checking it out if it interests you at all. And yeah, if you enjoyed and such, leave a like. I really appreciate it. And if you are new, welcome, and feel free to subscribe to keep up with future content. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.